to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. So it's time to crush.
So, remember when Sarah Bond hinted at a lot of stuff happening? And remember, I kept telling you guys how the Xbox store was going to do all these miraculous things. Remember when finally Microsoft was merging the Xbox app and the Game Pass app together to eliminate some of the inconsistencies with the app. All right. So, but when they had it separated, they had it separated for an absolute reason. The fact that that Game Pass, cloud streaming and all that stuff, cloud streaming was still in beta, and the way language is in the background, you really can't have certain things attached to stuff if you want to promote things on people's devices, right? But you have to clear that stuff in the courts, and it gives you a legal pathway to do stuff. So we thought that at least by the end of November, we were going to get certain features out of this app. And we also heard that the Microsoft's new App Store was going to launch, a competitor to the Apple Store and a competitor to Google Play. Okay, so information has dropped. The reason why the delays is because of this. Oh, beautiful picture. This is an Xbox. It was back in early October. Xbox Sarah Bond announced a plan to bring major new features to the Xbox app on Android devices, specifically the ability to play and purchase games directly from it. That's still a plan, and it was supposed to happen this month, but temporarily administrative stay has apparently left Xbox unable to release these features. Google has recently been subjected to a court process when Google Play Store has been forced to make various changes, but the company is trying to appeal a ruling as things stand. Here's what Sarah Bond had to say about these delays and the features. At Xbox, we want to offer our players choice in where they play, how and where they play, including being able to play and buy directly from the Xbox app. I recently shared our ambition to unlock these features, first with Google Play Store on Android devices in the US, while other app stores adapt and meet consumer demand. Due to the temporary administrative stay recently granted to courts, we are currently unable to launch these features as planned. Our team has the functionality built and ready to go live as soon as the court makes its final decision. We are eager to launch and give more choice and flexibility to players. Google has issued a statement in response to Microsoft today, and it's a frustrated one. The company claims that Xbox has always been able to offer these planned features via the Xbox app, and Microsoft is ignoring security concerns that are related to the court ruling and the rush to force its implementation. Here's a look at the statement from The Verge. Microsoft has always been able to offer their Android users the ability to play and purchase Xbox games directly from the app. They have simply chosen not to. The court order and rush to force its implementations threaten Google's Play ability to provide a safe, secure experience. Microsoft, like Epic, are ignoring the very real security concerns. We are focused on supporting an ecosystem that works for everyone, not just two of the largest gaming companies. The TLDR here is what we're seemingly not getting: the ability to play and purchase Xbox games directly from the Xbox app and until Google Court appeal is sorted out, which could be into next year if things keeps dragging on. As far as we know, Microsoft has never specifically explained why the Xbox app doesn't support mobile store like features present, but speculation suggests it's related to desire to avoid paying hefty cut to Google. Again, here's The Verge, Tom Warren leaning in on that. Now, it also boils down to fees. right? Do you really want to pay exorbitant amount of fees where you know these fees aren't necessarily, you know, necessary in how to conduct business? They were doing predatory things, and a court ruling ruled that those predatory things can no longer be in effect, and the pricing had to be adjusted accordingly. So I understand accordingly, Microsoft doesn't want to spend or give their competitor, because Google is their competitor, right? And don't forget, the Google Play Store it's a big, big thing. Listen, these things are going to sort its way out. These trillion-dollar companies are fighting back and forth. And I can understand the apprehension when it comes to launching the Xbox handheld. This gives me more credence into believing that the Xbox handheld is a lot longer in the development cycle than led to believe. That all of these features that lead to the play anywhere and the ability to purchase and play on the go with your handheld device, that's a different type of animal, right? So could you imagine if you're out on the go and you see a game that pops out, they just released a certain game, and you just like, boom, download it, and then you're playing it in the cloud until it actually downloads to your device on the back end. Those things are what cell phones allow you to do right now, but not handhelds, right? Usually the handheld, like on the Switch, you won't be able to play your cloud version. You have to wait for it to download. It's like a delay. And this ability here, it's a little bit different. The level of flexibility is akin to a cell phone. The level of cell phone ability, see, this is the reason why you can say cell phones are so Candy Crushes, pick up and play-ish, those type of impulse buy things. You're waiting in a line on DMV, you see a game to pass the time, and you pick up Wordery or whatever, and Sudoku or whatever you pick up, whatever you like, Sudoku or whatever it's called, and you play your game while you're waiting in line. Takes a couple of seconds, download, purchase, and play. Xbox wants the same level of functionality and ability and flexibility. And if you're able to deliver that to the customer, that is going to get crazy. Right? Now, what Google is saying is, Google's like, you always had that ability to do that. You just don't want to pay like you weigh. And probably so. Probably the breakdown to it is Microsoft doesn't want to pay like their way because they know it's going to get crazy. If you have 41 million consoles out there, and then you allow this ability to do this on your device, because remember, whether you want to believe it or not, this is an Xbox, right? So when you're able to download your games, hook up your controller to it, and you play your games, immediately you're going to start making money. Immediately. As a functionality that I'm going to test. And then, I could purchase the game, send it to download to my console, and play it. Now, a lot of people was telling me that you could do that in the PlayStation app. All right. What I'm going to explain to you is you can't do what I'm telling you in the PlayStation app. All right. You cannot download in the PlayStation app a game and play it right there. You can download it and it'll play at your house when you get home. Right? But you can't do that. So download that game, play it right there, an Xbox game, Viva the Cloud, while it downloads at home. And then when you get home, you automatically just switch off and play. That's a different type of beast. That's a different type of flexibility. And Xbox and Microsoft doing this will usher in a new era of, how can I say it, like functionality, new gamers. The whole thing has always been getting new gamers in and new eyes on the prize. And I understand exactly the frustration that comes from this itself, because at the end of the day, we definitely want to see this happen. At the end of the day, as an Xbox gamer, I do want that level of flexibility with my purchasing. And it's a reason why I brought you the other day that backbone device that hooks up to your phone. Because a lot of us, let's say a whole ton of us, are working individuals. You have your lunch break and you're sitting on the dock, or you're sitting in your car, you're relaxing, you're taking your time, or before you get to work early, and you just want to play a game of Vampire Survivors or something like that. Sure, you're able to do that on your phone right now already. But if you put that little device onto it, the gameplay is different. And I can attest to it. It turns it into a different animal. I actually ordered that backbone device, so whenever I get it, because a lot of times I game on the go. Now, plenty of times I'm playing like Royal Flush or something like that on my phone. It used to be the Gears app, Gears Pop. I was addicted to Gears Pop for so long. I'm not even gonna lie. If you look at my old gamer score, Gears Pop was a huge game that I would play because I'm 90% like out of the house. And then when I am in the house, I'm cutting up videos and stuff like that. So this flexibility means a lot to me. And I understand there's a frustration, there's a sore point, because when you do have checks and balances, and when you are trying to release things at a cadence, and, court mandates and court stuff actually hold you back, it can be frustrating at times. And for everybody that's a little bit frustrated, there's no larger frustration probably than at the hands of Microsoft at the moment. So hopefully they sort this stuff out, but Google's trying to run it up and trying to get their money. They don't give a damn. This is just really facts.